So getting ready to install the, I guess they're called headlight guards on the 2021 Can-Am Commander, the Max XT. So it came with the front fender that these go on. Thought this was going to be a pretty simple install and wouldn't really even want to record it. This should be the part number. I'll see if it'll get in there. What I got, what you'll get, is the 2 bars, 2 mounting brackets, and a little bolt kit. But I thought these were just going to run up and mount where your cage does, so didn't figure it'd be that big of a deal. And then I got it in, and I found some type of an instruction, but this mounts here, and it mounts down here on these bolts. And in order to get this on there, your plastics have to be removed here. I've got to take my windshield off and remove this plastic cover here. So it's going to be a little bit more than what I was expecting. So I'm going to try to video it and just see if there's any issues. But my main reason for putting them on here, I wouldn't even want to run them. But you can see scratches. I've laid this thing on its side twice now. I broke the back plastic, which is a little costly. I'm going to try to end up doing something back there, which I guess I'm going to have to fabricate. But I'm going to put these up here to try to help maybe prevent doing it here. If you are installing these, you have to have the bumper that's made for them. They come out on the Max XTs, the DP or DPS, or what the model below them I think has a different bumper. I may be wrong, and I don't know about the 22s with the grade above this one. But I'm going to go ahead and get my windshield off and get started with it. So I guess I could have mentioned, you get this sheet that tells you where you can find the instructions to go actually read how to do this. You go to that website and then it'll ask you for the 10-digit number and it'll pull up your instructions, which is pretty neat. Anyway, so you got to remove your access pin, and there's 4 T30s. So after getting the bolts out up here with the T30s, and you got 2 little snaps. I'm going to try to show this, because after I broke my back pieces and found out how much these things are, this makes me a little nervous, because this don't come off that easy. You've got 2 little snaps. Just little bitty snaps, and they lock this piece in. This part made me a little nervous on the other side, just because I'm sure this is rather expensive. There, they got a little lip on them. So, Lord, I've got plastic here. But they've got these little catches. That's what, I don't know if I can get in there. That's what's holding them in, them 2. And then this goes under the front, but it don't really have a catch, so it comes out pretty easy. And that gets you that far. So now, got these 2 bolts. I don't know, much smaller than the T30s. figure out what them are. And then there's one right there too. It's got to come out supposedly. So I jumped ahead a little bit. So the two screws here are T25s. The one down here in the fender is a T25 on this side, and it's got a 10mm nut on the back. But these two up here, so you can pop this little guard off that goes there, and it is a little bit hard to get out of there. Once you get all that off, then the bracket that comes with your kit, you put it here with the welded nuts out. You put two bolts, it's already got the hose for it, through, and tighten it down. And then you put this bolt back in. The only reason I see that you might have to take that bolt even out is to get a little bit of flex out of this fender. Get that in there, but I'll be honest, I think you can probably just put that in there without even removing this bolt, because it didn't give me enough to really make a difference, and it kind of went in there anyway. Then you put that, or you mount your bracket, put that bolt back in, put your little guard back on these bolts, and then you reassemble your fender the way you took it off. And I'll be back once that's done, and we'll see how hard the bar is to get on. Alright, so fenders and everything are back on. I did install the other side without taking that fender bolt out. It didn't need to be. Your application might be a little different depending on, I guess, where the fender's positioned, but I was able to get the bracket on there without taking that one bolt out. So now that the brackets are in, you need to install the bar. You'll have a plug right here to take out. The instruction tells you to loosen the bolt on the bumper that goes back into your frame and down there, but I don't really see a need for it unless your bumper is just off real far. If you slide it in, I mean, just sliding it in like that, everything's lined up, no problem, which I didn't try this other side. I'll try here real quick just to make sure. Well, I don't say you don't have to do it and then end up needing to do it. And same thing on this side. I mean, everything lines up. Yeah, might have to flex this one a little bit because it's off just a hair. Put one of your bolt holes there. You can make them line up. They'll pull together. So what you'll need is the T30 for the little bolts. You got two bolts that go up here with nuts on them. The nuts are 10mm, and then on your bar, you've got a nut that's got these curved washers to go around your bar, and it's a T40. It may be a T45. My T40 fits it all right. It's a little bit loose. It'll be good enough to tighten it because I don't feel like digging out finding a 45. And it's a 13mm nut. You should be able to put all that hardware in and tighten down, and they'll be in there. So let me see if I make sure this just goes as smooth as it sounds like it should. So they're installed, and I didn't loosen up any bolts on the bumper. They went straight in. There wasn't no problem with that, with alignment. They look all right. I'm not a big fan. I was looking a little more for protection. I kind of wish they had, even if it was just a dummy, they had made this bar come on out and make it look like it actually tied into your cage instead of just kind of flattening it off there. But they seem pretty solid. Rock the razor with them. There's a little bit of flex in the brackets whenever you hit, but like I said, I'm mainly going to protect that plastic. And I already see the scratches on it where I laid it over. And now, thinking about doing something for the back. They make the little bar that comes up here. It comes out a little bit, but I've looked at them. They don't really do nothing for these blue pieces you have here. Or depending on which one you got, what color they are. But these, just a little word of advice, watch them. I've been taking mine off when we go riding. When I'm around the farm, I'll put them on and run with them just because I don't ride rough on the farm. But where we ride out here in Kentucky, it's pretty rough riding. We ride at Hollywood. And this big long girl sometimes gets in a bind and gets close to trees. If a tree bumps it, it'll break it. It'll break the tabs. I've got one over here that I'm fixing right now. This one bumped thumped a tree and broke that bracket. Luckily it didn't break these little tabs. The one that I laid over, I had hit cracked on a tree, and then I laid it over and broke every tab on it. Never hit, landed on the side. It also broke this piece whenever it landed on the side. But just for future reference, these blue pieces are $300 a piece. This whole big black fender is $46. So the fender ain't bad. The blue piece is a little ridiculous. But that's all I got. Like I said, I don't mind them. They look alright. Hopefully they'll serve the purpose. There you go. Thank you.